I'm in the mood for makeup, and I hope you are too. Welcome back to my channel. Let's jump straight in and do some makeup. This is one of the most inexpensive foundations, period, and I'm going to show you how it looks on my mature skin. So let's get into this. That's a glass bottle too. First, I'm going to place a little bit of it right on my hand. That's actually quite a bit. Then I've got my $8 favorite Kabuki brush by Do Care, and I'm just going to work some of that foundation into all the bristles. Okay, we're going to start in the center of the face. We're always starting in the center of the face because that's typically where we need the most coverage. And also, if you start in the center and then work your way to the edges, you won't end up with those lines of demarcation.
I'm guessing you're thinking this is the wrong color for me. I'm really pale, and I tend to order a shade of foundation that's 1 to 2 shades darker than what I really need. It's almost better on Caucasians to go a little darker than too light. The extra color really just makes me look a little bit more vibrant, and also I don't have to add a bunch of bronzer this way. This color is a little bit darker than what I would prefer, but I'm going to show you how to make that work if this happens to you.
I'm going to switch to my Stands Out sponge. Here's what they look like when they're brand new. And then after you use them for a little while, they start to get really super soft. This is memory foam. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to use it to do a couple of things. I'm going to use it to blend, bringing it out a little farther onto the edge of my face. Blending. We're also blotting. This is a dry sponge, so we're blotting and removing excess makeup, which is really important, especially if you are over the hill like me. Don't want to have pools of makeup on your face where they can sit and hide in wrinkles.
Not only does this remove excess makeup and blend, but it also forces the pigment into the skin for a second skin effect.
Now, what I've ended up doing is bringing a lot of warmth into my face, and I've given myself some coverage.
And with no lines of demarcation. Next, let's add a little cream blush.
Now we're going to take the same brush that we used before. It still has a little tiny bit of that foundation on it, and we're going to blend. Blending the colors together, look at that. It gives it a whole different look.
All right, let's blend like Wonder Woman. And I'm not a huge powder fan, but today I feel like powder, so I'm adding just a little bit very lightly all over my face. And I'm experimenting with a brand new brow kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Unless you want that Jason Momoa look, I would definitely get rid of that little line.
Let's do some eyeshadow.
Let's start out with a little P. Louise eyeshadow base. I like to put it on my hand and then apply it to my eye, and that way I don't get too much. I don't always use an eyeshadow base, but when I want an eyeshadow look to turn out really, really pretty, I usually always use an eyeshadow base. You just want the smallest amount, because actually your eyeshadow base, if you get too much of it on there, it can crease up on you. And I'm going to use a tiny bit of it to underline my brow, and that way everything is the same color under my brow. Just the tiniest little bit. Get it all patted in nice and neat. All the way out as far as I'm probably going to use my eyeshadow. And I'm just going to blend that. That's going to do two things. Just do a final blend and also remove any excess. Because the thinner the products are on my eyes, the better the eyeshadow and everything is going to look. Because I do have a lot of crepey skin on my eyes. And then we'll do the same thing to the other side. You can do the same thing with a mattifying concealer. Now, as quickly as I can, I'm going to apply an eyeshadow base over that just to set that in place better. I tend to gravitate toward this color here, which is called Cupcake. Almost the same shade that I put on my lids to begin with. And that way I have a light powdering over that. And now everything that I put over this will blend really nicely.
I'm starting with the burnt orange color that's from my Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. It's available by tapping the on-screen affiliate link now. Pretty much any link that's on a video of mine is going to be an affiliate link, and I earn from affiliate sales. So if you decide to purchase from any of my links, I always appreciate your support. Now I'm using a little bit of the sienna color under my eyes just to frame them. I love using eyeshadow under my eyes instead of eyeliner because it's just so much softer looking.
Grab this really pretty, kind of like a hunter green.
The two green colors I'm using are by Saint, and I'll have those listed in the description. When I'm working with really dark colors, I often feel like this is the point where things could all go wrong.
Can still kind of go back and forth, but what I find is that stippling motions actually blend so much better.
Since we don't usually do a lot of dramatic eye looks, I feel like it's really important, especially if you have a big event coming up, to practice 2 or 3 times before the event.
I've pretty much got that where I want it to be, and now I'm going to grab this color that I've been dying to get into. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it, and wait till you see this. It's just gorgeous. Would have done better to just use my finger. Sometimes fingers are the best. Look how gorgeous that is. This is screaming black eyeliner. Here we go. Liquid black eyeliner. Just a nice thin line. If you cannot drag it across without skipping little places, then just use a stamping motion and let your eyelashes be the guide. Rest it on your lash, slowly bring it toward your eye and stamp. It helps if you have a long one like this. This is a really nice one. You can definitely give it a nice stamp job all the way around. Nice and thin. I brought that all the way in. I love this for a beautiful holiday look. I kind of flip it around when I get to the outside. Stamp, stamp, stamp. You can stamp over it many different times if you need to. All right, this is the one I used today. It's by Prime Cosmetics. It's a really great liquid pen. Always give your liquid pens a shake, right? The ones that make this pen actually make makeup specifically for mature women. So that's a site to check out, and I'll put the link in the description. But not everybody has 20 bucks or whatever this thing cost. So you can also use this one by NYX.
This is the NYX liquid eyeliner, and it's about $10 right now.
This is a very nice one also. It's long enough to do that stamping motion. There's a little bit more liquid that comes out, so don't hold it on your eye for any length of time or it can seep into little fine lines because it's too liquidy. But it's also a good option. We're going to do some eyelashes. These are the LA Colors multi-pack of Drama Lash 3D layered effect. And I like that they have a shorter lash on the inside and then they get longer as we go. So I'm going to trim off the excess over here because that is just going to be too long for my little bitty eyes. And then we'll stick these suckers on. But the first thing I'm going to do is apply a little bit of mascara. Now, I just got this brand new one I bought from Milani. If you've been watching me for a little while, you know I love tubing mascaras because they don't smudge or smear. And they come off gently with just warm water and a washcloth. So I'm hoping that this is worth it. This is around $14. So let's give it a try. Right off the bat, I like that wand. So it's smaller and easier to get in to a smaller eye. Not everybody has a gigantic eyeball. And I'm just going to lightly coat my bottom lashes first. You might be asking, why are we putting on mascara if we're going to put on a false lash? And the answer is because my lashes are not the same color as these lashes. My lashes are kind of a grayish brown. So if I don't turn them a black color, they're going to look like I have two separate sets of lashes on instead of one. A light coat of mascara will take care of that. And you can put the mascara on after you have the lashes on or before. It's really up to you. The benefits of putting it on before is that once you get the other lash on, then you're done. And if you put it on after, you can coat your false lash with a little bit of the mascara as well, and it kind of makes it look a little bit more like a real lash. The problem with that is if you want to wear your lashes again, then you have to clean all that mascara off. So far this is looking like a really nice tubing mascara. I'll have to try this several times to see if it holds a curl and if I really like it, but so far, right out of the box, it's working. If you're going to wear a false lash, I would not curl your lashes first. It's just going to make it harder to get them on. And if they're covered in mascara and already black, they're going to blend in, so no worries. I'm going to show you how to do it. Right off the bat, that's a winner. So if you've tried this, let me hear from you. I like to put a little bit of lash glue on the lash band itself and allow that to dry. And then I put a little bit on my lid where the eyeliner is and allow it to dry.
It's important to only apply a tiny amount of glue because you don't want it seeping into your eye. Once the glue is dry on my lid and also on the lash band, we're ready to apply the lash. Since both sides are really sticky, it's going to work kind of like contact glue. When the sticky parts meet, it's going to be an instant bond. Once they have adhered to the skin, it's time to pinch them together. This makes it look like one set of lashes. Now I'm going to speed this up just a little bit to get that other one done. And then I'm going to show you a trick that will truly make your eyes pop. I'm going to use my Thrive Causemetics eyeshadow pencil in black. And then I'm going to line the top waterline. If you look carefully at the eye that's on your left, you'll see that there's no start and stop marks on the lash band. It just looks like one seamless black line. Whereas on the other eye, you can see the fleshy color that meets the lashes. This is a makeup artist trick that gives that wow effect.
Now I'm going to take a little pump of my hydrating water elixir. I'm just going to put a squeeze right in my hand. And I'm going to take a clean brush, put it through there, and I'm just going to do a quick hydrating plus clean up under my eyes. A little tiny bit of a darker concealer right here, since I have these big puffy eyes. I'm going to do the darker color there. Just kind of tap it in. Let it sit there and hang out for a minute. It's really nice and hydrating. Grab my Stands Out sponge. Gently blot that out and give it a little blend. And I'm going to take my lighter color, and that's where I'm barely going to just tap that color in. Let it sit for just a minute. And then I really need a clean, dry finger. So I'm going to use my pinky because it's going to fit best. I'm just going to blot. Blot to set it. Wait a sec. And I don't normally use powder to set my under eyes, but I am going to use a little bit of my Laura Mercier to just barely set that powder down here. I'm using the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur. It's my favorite because it does have a little bit of blurring in it. I'm into my blurring makeup, let me tell you. I don't know why they just don't have a whole blurring line. And I'm using the tiniest little bit to set this. Anywhere you want to blur out, don't want to see those pores, blur them out. Fine lines. Pretty soon I'm going to want to pour this all over my whole face, right? Now, if you get out here in this area and it is a little too harsh looking, it didn't get blended right, you can always take a little tiny bit of your setting powder and just tap it over, especially if it's got blurring in it. Just a tiny little bit, tap it over and blend it. And that way it just softens it right up. Because you know, all the young girls, they can do those straight lines out to the side, but I cannot do those straight lines. They look harsh and bad on me. So I can do as much drama as I want, but I have to soften the edges. I don't believe you have to stop doing dramatic looks as you get older, but you do have to figure out how to make it work for you. Now, there's a rule of thumb that says you're not supposed to do a competing lip and eye look. So this one might be the smartest choice, but I'm really leaning toward this one. So I think what we're going to have to do is try all three. And then you can tell me which one you liked best. We are starting with brown suede. Oh, I love this color. These are the Laura Mercier Caviar Smoothing Matte Lipstick, and a little tiny bit is all you need. It's very light, like it's feather light. And it's moisturizing, but it's matte, and it's just really pretty. I mean, it's a soft matte. Mwah! All right, let's try another color. That is so pretty. I love it. Of course they have the magnetic lid because it's Laura Mercier. Okay, enough said. I hate to take this off, but I'm going to. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Now let's try the Mulberry Moire. I don't even know what moire means. Maybe one of you guys who's really smart can tell me. Oh. Okay. Well, that is beautiful. That is gorgeous. I'm going to think they're all gorgeous, so you're going to have to decide. That's really pretty, though. And the last is Plum. Plum is so beautiful in the fall. This is called Plum Plissé.
Just a reminder, you can comment free tips and I will send you a link to my free makeup tips, or you can simply find that link in the description.
Well, I'm going to go, but I would love to hear your honest opinions on this video and on the makeup, of course. Thanks so much for joining me today. Make sure you're subscribed and that your ringy dinger is set to on. I hope you have an amazing day and definitely look for the next video in this series. These are the Laura Mercier Caviar Smoothing Lip Gloss. Lip gloss. No, not lip gloss. These are the Laurier. These are the Laurier. These are the Laurier Mercier. Really? These are the